Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. A man is facing charges after officers say he scammed an elderly woman into losing her home in Hazleton. According to officials, Jeremy Chinawa is standing trial this week after he allegedly posed as a 94-year-old woman's nephew and sold her home without her knowledge. Prosecutors say Chinawa had been living with the woman rent-free for about a year under the condition that he maintain the home and do repairs. According to officials, the home was sold for $77,000, with Chinawa spending all but $4,000 of the money on himself. Jury selection for the trial is currently underway at the Luzerne County Courthouse. A man from Hazleton has been taken into custody after police say he was sharing child abuse sexual materials online. According to police, a search warrant executed at the residence of Juan Enrique Caceres in Hazleton revealed that the suspect had been sharing a video depicting a female child being sexually assaulted. Officers say the video was over 11 minutes in length. During the search, police also seized a computer tower that was found to have an additional 20 files depicting children's private areas or children being sexually assaulted. Caceres has been charged with 20 counts of felony sexual abuse of children and 1 count of criminal use of a communication facility in connection with the incident. His bail has been set at $250,000. A man has been reported missing in Monroe County. 33-year-old Edward Germanos III was last seen in the early hours of Tuesday, November 5th. Police say Germanos is from Bartonsville and may be operating a white 2000 Ford F-350. Germanos is described as standing 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing 160 pounds. He was last seen wearing a brown or green flannel shirt, jeans, and Red Wing work boots. According to officers, Germanos may be in the Bear Creek Township area. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to contact the Pocono Township Police Department at 570-629-7200, extension 238. Coming up on WYLN News, a man is wanted by Wilkes-Barre Township Police. Plus, a performance by the Hazleton Liberty Band is coming to WYLN. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Orthopedic Institute and the region's only nationally ranked hospital for orthopedics by U.S. News and World Report. Our team is ranked among the top 20 in the nation and is your unrivaled partner for orthopedic care. Learn more at lvhn.org/ortho.
My name is Andy and tomorrow is going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. F&L Doors, your trusted overhead door supplier for over 50 years, providing quality products and services to Eastern PA and beyond with 2 strategic locations. They carry garage doors from leading manufacturers in the industry like Rainer. They guarantee parts and service for your home or business, from new construction to replacement doors, inspections, and service calls. F&L Doors stands behind every job, taking pride in the work they do. Call 800-344-DOOR or visit F&L Doors online at fldoors.com or visit their showrooms in Hazel Township or Schuylkill Haven.
You will love the feel-good feeling you get when you shop at Grand Central in Nescopeck and Hazleton. You will enjoy a no-pressure professional sales staff, experienced delivery crew, service after the sale,
and don't forget, everyday low prices.
No matter what you're shopping for in your home, we have you covered with top brand names like Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, England, and Dillon Custom Rugs.
With our enormous selection and the flexibility to finance interest-free for up to 60 months, Grand Central makes it easy to make your house a home.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN News. Wilkes-Barre Township Police are investigating a theft at the Wilkes-Barre Township Walmart. According to officers, the theft occurred on October 23rd when the victim's wallet was taken while shopping at the store. Police say the three suspects shown on screen are wanted in connection with the theft. According to officials, the suspects allegedly worked together to distract the victim and steal the wallet from her purse. Following the theft, police say the victim's credit card was used fraudulently to purchase over $3,000 worth of items at Best Buy and Target. Anyone with information regarding the identities of the suspects is asked to contact the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department at 570-208-4635, extension 363. A man is wanted by the Wilkes-Barre Township Police Department. Calvin Herrera is wanted on retail theft charges. Herrera is described as a white male standing 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighing 200 pounds. The public is warned not to approach or attempt to apprehend this individual. Anyone with information regarding his whereabouts is asked to call 911. The Hazleton Liberty Band's fall concert will soon be coming to WYLN. Originally performed on Sunday, November 3rd at Christ Lutheran Church, the concert will be aired on WYLN this holiday season. You can catch the concert on WYLN TV 35 beginning at 7 p.m. on Friday, November 15th, with rebroadcasts airing throughout the end of December. Coming up on Jim Thorpe's News Choice, Chris Foreman leads us down the path through history with Mount Carmel Part 3. Plus, we discuss the dangers of texting and driving on this week's Trooper Talk Tuesday. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Contact Pete Casalica for a home and auto quote today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Penn State Hazleton is improving the lives of others, starting in our community.
Providing degrees that meet the needs of the area.
Fueling entrepreneurship and contributing more than $36 million annually to the state's economy.
Researching the health of our local ecosystem on the Susquehanna River.
Together, our impact keeps growing, backed by the strength of 24 campuses and 700,000 alumni.
The American Cancer Society Greater Hazleton Unit's 46th Annual Telethon, working together in 2024, sweeping cancer out the door, will be held Saturday, November 23rd from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts and broadcast live on WYLN TV 35. Make sure you tune in for all the entertainment and make a pledge. That's the 46th Annual Telethon, live on WYLN TV 35, November 23rd.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
For guests traveling to Mount Carmel, the place to stay was the National Hotel, which was built by Thomas Scott and opened in 1860. It would stand in the community for over 150 years before it was torn down in 2013, by which point it had been vacant for a decade. Shoppers could find whatever they wanted at Louis Grossman's department store, which opened in May of 1891 on South Oak Street. It served Mount Carmel through the early 1970s, and its building is now home to the Mount Carmel Public Library. Gwennon's department store, owned by the same family that ran Montoursay's Lakewood Park, opened in May 1908 with 15,000 square feet of retail space. Thomas H. Tiddy would also run his own department store at 226 South Oak Street. Mount Carmel would also be home to JCPenney, F.W. Woolworth, and J.J. Newberry stores over the years as well. The town's newshounds would get their news from the Mount Carmel Item, which began printing in November 1902. The paper merged with the Shamokin News in October 1968, creating today's News Item. For a treat, Mount Carmel residents and others in the area could stop in at Langus's Candy Shop, which was open from 1916 to 1992 and received much praise for its candy and ice cream. In 1883, Mount Carmel would welcome a celebrity to town. Thomas Edison, who had been wiring nearby Sunbury and Shamokin for electricity, now came to Mount Carmel to do the same. One of the very first Edison Electric Company generating stations was built in town on November 17, 1883. One of the investors in the Mount Carmel branch of the company was local coal baron William Schwenk. On January 22, 1884, his house on Oak Street would become the very first private home to be fully lit by electricity. Within a few years, Mount Carmel would be the first town in the world to be fully electrified. The original power generating station operated until 1900, when a more modern station was built across town. St. Stephen's Episcopal Church now stands on the site. Mount Carmel's first school was built in 1856. Several others would serve the community over the intervening decades, including 5 at a time for several years. Today's Mount Carmel High School graduated its first class in 1888. The school expanded its reach in 1951 when it absorbed schools in neighboring Mount Carmel Township, Centralia, Natalie, Strong, and Atlas. Its name was changed to Mount Carmel Area in 1963 when it further merged with schools in Coltmont and Marion Heights. Mount Carmel Area is home to one of the first high school TV stations in the country, WKMC-TV, which was founded in 1968 by Mount Carmel area art teacher George McPhee in conjunction with local cable company owner Steve Jepko. Originally based on Oak Street, the student-run station now operates out of the high school. What is likely best known about Mount Carmel High School, however, is the highly successful Red Tornado football team. With over 900 wins, the program has the most victories of any school in Pennsylvania. Its home stadium originally had 6,000 seats when it was built in 1932. It would be one of the first football stadiums in the country to have lights for night games, with the lights installed by General Electric's Schenectady branch. Capacity of the stadium was increased to 10,000 fans in the mid-1930s when new bleachers were added to the end zones. These seats have been painted silver, and before long, the stadium would thus be given its official title of the Silver Bowl. These end zone seats would be removed in the 1950s, leaving the stadium with a present capacity for just over 7,000 fans. The original wooden grandstands would be replaced by silver-colored steel seats by 1978. The Silver Bowl remains a mecca for high school football to this day. An early star for the Red Tornadoes was Mike Terry, who led the team to the 1927 state championship. He'd later coached the team from 1947 to 1961, winning 102 games. It would be during Terry's tenure as coach that a tradition would begin in 1951 in the Red Tornadoes series with rival Shamokin. Inspired by the many prominent college football trophies that were awarded in rivalry games, including Purdue and Indiana's Old Oaken Bucket and Wisconsin and Minnesota's Paul Bunyan's Axe, the Shamokin boosters proposed a trophy be established in the series of the Mount Carmel. Thus, the Coal Bucket Trophy would be introduced that year. Mount Carmel was originally not all the way on board with the idea, and in the first game to feature the trophy, the Red Tornadoes almost left the field without taking it. In the years since, however, despite the original bucket having been lost at some point in the 1960s and replaced with another one, the Coal Bucket Trophy has become a definitive part of the Mount Carmel-Shamokin rivalry, which was held on Thanksgiving every year through 1973 and is still often the last game of the season for both teams today. After Mike Terry died of a heart attack after the 1961 Thanksgiving Day game, he was succeeded as coach by Joe Diminick, who had been successful at both Susquehanna and Cole Township high schools. Jazz, as he was known, would end up retiring in 1992 after 31 years in charge of the Red Tornadoes as the winningest coach in Pennsylvania history at the time, with 290 overall wins, 267 of those at Mount Carmel. Diminick's resume would ultimately include 5 perfect seasons and 3 Eastern Conference championships, and he coached 8 first-team All-State players, as well as all 6 of his sons. Coach Diminick's successor, Dave Whitey Williams, would prove just as good, leading the Red Tornadoes to state championships in 1994, 1996, and 1998. He himself was followed by Mike Brennan, who brought home additional state titles in 2000 and 2002. Mount Carmel's Mountie Marching Band has also been a large part of making Friday night special in the borough. Under the leadership of longtime director Paul Semachek, the Mountie Band became a nationally known organization over the decades, performing at over 60 Drums Corps Associates events, and in 1962 became the first American band to play at a Canadian Football League game. The band remains a source of deep pride for Mount Carmel residents to this day. Mount Carmel's football prowess even extends into the National Football League, with numerous former Red Tornadoes having made a mark professionally. Perhaps the first to do so was Len Eschmont, who, after graduating from Fordham, was drafted by the New York Giants as a safety and halfback. He would, however, spend most of his career with the San Francisco 49ers, and had the honor of scoring the very first touchdown in the franchise's history. Eschmont later coached at both Navy and Virginia before his death in 1957 from hepatitis. The 49ers today award the Len Eschmont Award annually to the player on their squad the coaches believe shows the most courage and inspiration. It has been won by such franchise greats as Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Roger Craig, Bryant Young, and Brock Purdy. In the following years, Dan Fika would also play as an offensive guard in the rival AFL before its merger into the NFL in 1970. Like Len Eschmont, Fika was originally drafted by one team, the then Oakland Raiders, but spent most of his career with another, the New York Jets. In the 1970s, Henry Hynoski Sr. continued the tradition, playing 1 year for the Cleveland Browns in 1975. His son Henry Jr., a standout at Southern Columbia, would win a Super Bowl in 2011 with the New York Giants. And then there was Brett Veach, a 1995 graduate of Mount Carmel, where he helped lead the school to the 1994 state championship. Veach joined the Philadelphia Eagles as a coaching intern in 2004 and spent 9 years with the franchise as an assistant coach and scout. When Andy Reid was hired by the Kansas City Chiefs in 2013, Veach was one of the staffers the coach brought to Missouri with him. Veach would be named the Chiefs' general manager in 2017, and within a few years assembled a team led by quarterback Patrick Mahomes that has won multiple Super Bowls. As the 20th century dawned, trolleys started traveling between towns in America. In November 1894, Mount Carmel became part of this trend when the Shamokin-Mount Carmel Electric Railway opened between the two towns. It would operate through 1936 when buses would take over its route. During its run, the trolley line would open Maysville Park between Mount Carmel and Shamokin in 1895. A grand picnic grove with tall trees and shaded trails, Maysville Park welcomed picnickers from both communities and beyond for years. Its centerpiece was a dance hall that hosted many big bands, including stars like Kay Kaiser and Ozzie Nelson. A baseball diamond was built in the park grounds as well, and welcomed Babe Ruth to the field on November 1, 1923, when the Babe played in a charity game against workers from Shamokin's Eagle Silk Mill. Maysville Park would also be home to a tennis club from 1927 to 1944, when it was closed due to declining membership.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update, posted daily between noon and 2 p.m., powered by Lehigh Valley Health Network. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hi everybody, this week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Sarah McManus is going to tell us her story. 8 years old, she was traumatized. 16 years old, hit by a car as a pedestrian. Now 23 years old, another car accident. So stay tuned to see how chiropractic care has changed her life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another segment of Trooper Talk Tuesday. I'm Trooper Anthony Petrosky, Trooper and Public Information Officer. Today we're talking about Paul Miller's Law, which was just signed recently into Pennsylvania legislation. What this law means is you will not be able to even hold your cell phone while you're in operation of a motor vehicle. Now, won't be able to use it at all. Now, you'll be able to pull over, use your phone, and then get back on the road, but while the vehicle is in operation, you won't be able to use your phone. Now, this law just got signed in about a month or so ago. What that means is we as law enforcement can take enforcement for at least a year. The year after that, it's just warnings, meaning if you get pulled over for having your cell phone in your hand, using it while you're operating a motor vehicle, you'll just get a warning for the following year. But then the year after that, it will be citations. Okay, this is a law that really has been on track for a long time now. It finally got put into effect, and this is to maintain people's eyes and attention on the road at all times. Phones are a major distraction. It counts for a lot of distracting driving here in Pennsylvania, so do me a favor. Put the phones down. If it's an important phone call, if it's an important text message or email that you're expecting and you hear that phone go off, pull over, be a responsible driver, utilize your phone, then get back on the road. This way you'll keep not only yourself, but everybody else on the road safe. Stay with us here on WYLN for more Trooper Talk Tuesdays.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.